Hello, how are you? If you're good, great, happy. If you're not, I'm glad you're here. I'm having a really good day today, and I just want to talk about something that's been on my mind for the last, I don't know, 40 years. It's this whole concept of collecting things, collectibles, collections, an entire industry built around people's need to collect things. I just find it fascinating that there is a whole subculture of collecting. It kind of started, God, it probably started before we even realized. People collect seashells, fancy looking rocks, flowers. They'll, collect a flower, they'll press it, whatever. And they'll keep these things. And I guess by looking at them, it makes them happy. And I'm all for that. Anything that brings joy to anyone, I'm for. I mean, unless it's hurting somebody else, but that's another topic. When I was a kid, I had a friend who collected beer cans, and he had this variety of beer cans from different places of the world. Um, some of them were extremely, extremely old, special editions. It was always interesting going to his house to see two or three new cans that he might have found. In the 90s, that's when like the sports card craze really peaked. I have fond memories of a friend of mine going from store to store on release night to buy up boxes of these sports cards in an attempt to get an entire set. It's just, I've never really gotten that bug to collect things. Precious moments, Swarovski crystals, Beanie Babies, you name it, Funko Pops. People love to collect things. And of course, because we live in a consumer-driven capitalist world, companies have created things for us to collect. I mean, think about Pokemon. Their entire marketing campaign is gotta catch them all. That's brilliant. Teaching kids from a real young age that you have to get all of these cards or you have to collect all of these things of the Pokemon because then you're a Pokemon master or whatever it is. I never collected Pokemon. I don't know what that is. You have these tabletop card games like Magic the Gathering where they just continue to put out new decks and new cards and new special cards. And I guess if you're a really dedicated player, you want to get the best cards possible. So you buy and buy and buy and buy, hoping to get these special cards that would make your deck unbeatable. It's almost like companies prey on this human weirdness about us, this desire that we have that we need to collect things. You look at Beanie Babies. That was, in my opinion, a predatory thing. The industry tricked an entire generation of people into thinking that these things were going to be valuable and valuable forever. And if you look at now, I guess it's 40 years later. I don't know, 30 years later. I don't really know when Beanie Babies really were big. They're almost worth nothing. They're junk. I've heard of people throwing away entire collections of these things into a dumpster because they just don't, there's no market for them. And any small market that's left is just not worth anybody's time and effort to try and sell them. And I think the same thing's going to happen to Labubu and Funko Pops and all these other commercial items that people try to collect. I believe there's always going to be a market for ultra rare coins, ultra rare stamps, ultra rare comic books. There was just a Action Comics 1, that first one with Superman. It sold for $15 million. And that's amazing to me. I guess it's not surprising, but I do find it fascinating that there's such an emphasis on the value of scarcity. I mean, if that's the case, then a meteorite that comes crashing to Earth, that thing should be worth billions of dollars because it's so very, very rare. But it's not, because it's not pretty like a diamond. I've never had that gene in me that has driven me to want to collect something. I guess the closest thing I can think of is when I was a child and I had Matchbox cars. Um, I always wanted more Matchbox cars. So maybe that was starting to form in me, but my parents being very fiscally responsible, I got some Matchbox toys, but not that many. And I don't know, it's Matchbox, Hot Wheels, either one, it doesn't matter. I suppose one of my questions, because this fascinates me so much, is what what do you collect if you collect things? What do you collect, and why did you choose that thing to collect? What moved you to this direction to choose this thing to collect? I mean, I can assume that it makes you happy, and good, because you deserve to be happy. Everybody deserves to be happy. So if you found something that brings joy to you, then do it. Do it as much as you can. It's just interesting to me because I've never really had that drive. I've never really collected anything. Never had the need or the want to have so many of one thing just to look at or to know that I own them. I think that just is a little strange to me. And maybe my second question is, have you ever moved on from collecting something? And if you have, what did you do with that collection? I can assume that for some reason, whatever that collection was, it doesn't mean as much to you. You don't have the emotional attachment to you that you once did. I just wonder if you're done collecting that particular thing, then what? What do you do with it? And then my third question is, have you ever collected something and gotten all of them? It would have been possible in the 70s to get every single Star Wars figurine. I mean, there were only so many. You could get them all if you tried hard enough. I suppose that's a lot harder these days because of companies wanting to make as much money as possible, and they keep releasing more and more and more. As long as people are going to buy them, they're going to produce new ones so that they keep their revenue flowing. So I suppose that's harder, but have you ever completed a collection, and do you decide that you win as a collector at that point? Or do you feel some sort of depression that now you have them all, there's no more need to continue trying to find more? Questions that I have about something I just don't understand. I've always felt that if you don't know about something, it's better to ask a lot of questions and at least have some form of understanding about something before you make a whole lot of opinions about it. So I am generally curious as to why you collect the things that you collect. And I don't know, maybe you could sell me on something about what it is that brings you that joy of collecting. Probably not, but I do still wonder. I still have that interest in knowing about why people do the things that they do. I'll see you tomorrow.